Hello guys, welcome back to Mornings with Granny. Hope you're doing okay. I was trying to film this outside. I just came in and I am a hot mess. It is so hot out there. I sat out on the porch, was going to film. The sweat was just running. And then the dog started barking because the man next door is cutting grass, so I came back into where it was cool. How many of you guys remember these fans? Every church used to have them. This one came from Duncan Pontiac Company. I bought these at a thrift store. I think there was 5 or 6 bundled together, and I take care of them because I don't know if they make them anymore or not. This one belongs in my little Bible case. I have a little carrying case for my Bible, and I usually stick this down in there and take it to church with me. All right, guys, I thought we would talk about prepping today. Now, I'm not trying to cause fear. I am not encouraging panic buying. I'm just saying use common sense like our grandparents did. They stored up. Why shouldn't we? I don't care if you don't spend but $2 a week. Stock up. Inflation is here. Some of the things I've looked at has went up 25%, like canned vegetables, for example. A good example of meat that I looked at on July 4th, usually we can buy the Boston butts for 99 cents a pound. Now, when they're on sale, they're $1.59 a pound. Another thing is the sizes. The price might be the same, but is the size the same? Someone was talking about something they bought the other day. I can't remember what it was now. I want to say coffee, and it went from 12 ounces down to 7 ounces for, it was the same price, but the package was smaller. I don't know if it was coffee or cereal. I can't remember. But anyway, the fact is things are changing. And it makes more sense to put the money in food at the rate of inflation. You get the stuff ahead than it does to put it in the bank and draw 0.5% interest on it. Now, I'll probably get some flack for that, but that's the way I feel. So, I want you to take, like I said, I don't care if it's not but a couple of dollars each time you go to the grocery store. Pick up a couple of cans of soup, a couple of cans of tuna, an extra box of cereal, something. Soup, I say soup because soup is a good thing to have because it's got your meat and your vegetables in it. And when it's soup season, sometimes the cans of like Progresso or the Campbell's Chunky soups, you've been being able to get them on sale for 99 cents instead of paying $2 and something a can. Dollar Tree's a good place to find those too for $1 a can. That makes a good meal. Like I said, meat and vegetables, and put it over some rice, stretch it a little bit further. And that reminds me, someone asked me for a what if video. I have not stopped doing them. It's just been a while. I'll try to get one out in the next week or so. All right, let's look at some things that we need to do. First of all, I want you to go through your house and see what you use. And I mean everything you use, not just food. And I want you to make a list, something like this. I want you to put down the item. And I want you to think what you would use in a year. So in this case, I put down tuna, cans of tuna. If you ate one a week, then you need 52. I want you to look and see how many you have. If you have 12, then that means you're in the negative. You still need 40. And I would write this in pencil so as the numbers change, you can erase it or put it on a dry erase board. But I want you to do that with everything. I want you to look at your foods. I want you to look at water. Water's the main thing. I want you to look at water. Can't live without water. Now, I live in an area where when the power goes off, my water, so far, I've still had water. But make sure that you have a source of water. I freeze water in either milk jugs or Pepsi bottles or water bottles. For one thing, it takes up the space in the freezer. For another thing, if I'm carrying food, let's say I'm going on a trip and I need to carry some cold food and it's 100 degrees outside, I can put those frozen bottles around my food, keep it cold, and when I get there, I've also got cold water to drink. So make sure of that. Make sure you got water for your pets. All right, let's think about non-food. Non-food would be toilet paper, shampoos, dishwashing liquid, soaps, washing powder, or washing liquid for your washing machine. We call it washing powder, whether it's liquid or not. Just the old way of saying things. Make sure you make a list of what you use daily. Figure out how much you need and try to get it stocked up. Look at your medical supplies, and I'm talking non-prescription, because prescriptions you can't usually get ahead. I mean, some things you might be able to get a 3-month supply, but most of the times doctors say no. They have really tightened down. But for example, I take 2 Tylenol a day. So I need to figure out, there's 365 days in the year. I take 2 Tylenol a day. I need to multiply it and make sure I've got enough here, plus extra if I need it or somebody in my family needs it. So that's one of the things. Allergy pills, medicines for your animal. I mean, think about all these things. And while we're talking about animal, make sure you got your pet food. Figure out how much the dog or the cat or whatever kind of animal you've got needs and try to get some ahead. Their flea pills, heartworm medicine, whatever you can get ahead. Also, I want you to think about clothes. My thing is underwear wearing out. I want to make sure I got plenty of underwear, so I bought a couple of extra packs. I know, too much information, but it's one of those things you need. Make sure you have socks, because socks wear out. If you're in a cold climate, make sure you got thermal underwear, long johns as we call them, extra coats, scarves, gloves, extra toboggans, caps, hats. Make sure you got shoes, tennis shoes, boots, whatever you need, because they will wear out. So pick you up an extra pair if you can afford to. I don't usually buy shoes from the thrift store, but that is a place you can find them. You definitely can find clothes at the thrift store. I just don't buy underwear from the thrift store. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's get off clothes. Another things, gas for your lawnmower, gas for your generators. Now, I don't know how long gas stores. I have heard it will keep for 2 years. I don't know. I know there are additives you can get to put in it. Do your own research. All you got to do is Google it. Make sure you have charcoal or propane for your grill. If you have a grill, if you have one of the little camping stoves, make sure you got the propane and the butane to use it. Think about the car. Make sure you got oil, antifreeze, transmission and brake fluid, and please have a spare tire in your car. Also, let's talk about cold weather. Make sure you got heat. I have a little buddy propane. Now, when it gets cold, I can take cold, because we might have 20 degrees for 3 or 4 days or something like that, but usually it's 30s, 40s. I can layer up. That little gas heater does fine. I can't take the heat, because here it's humid. It's like walking out, like this morning, into a steam bath. I cannot take it. So I have little portable fans. I have a little rectangle fan that's about this wide, and I don't know, about like that. And I hang it around my neck. I bought it at Aldi's, and it had 2 batteries. Batteries came with it, $5.99. You can hang it around your neck. You can stand it up on the desk or the table beside you, or you can clip it onto your sun visor. And I also have a 5-inch 02 cool fan that runs off of, I believe it's 2D batteries. I bought it at Walmart for $6 and I think it was $6.47. And then I have either an 8-inch or a 10-inch fan, and I bought it about 3 years ago. And I think I paid $12 for it. I'm not sure, but I think it's $12, and it runs off of, I believe it's 6D batteries or either 6C batteries. Make sure you have plenty of batteries too, because summertime, wintertime, you still need them. So make sure you have plenty of batteries. Okay, now let's go over things you don't have to have, and I'm probably going to get some flack for this because I'm going to say paper towels. would go on that list. We went years without them. We used rags. If you got something really nasty, you threw the rag away. If it was just wiping up little spills and stuff, throw the rag into the laundry, wash it, and use it again. I even make Swiffer pads for my Swiffer out of old towels and stuff. Just cut it to the size. I took one of the ones you buy, the throwaway pads, and I just laid it on an old towel and cut out the shape and just push it in there. If you sew, you can put elastic around it and use it that way. But we used rags. We didn't buy paper towels. Do I like having paper towels? Do I have paper towels? Yes, I have them. But if it got down to whether I had to buy something I needed versus paper towels are going to go. I'll use rags. I can always cut up an old t-shirt or old towel. And I'm sure there are a lot of other things that can go on that list, but right now that's the one I'm thinking about, paper towels. Okay, guys, I think I pretty much covered everything. I'm sure you guys can think of some things that I didn't cover that wouldn't go in any of these categories maybe. So the main thing is, like I said, don't panic, do not live in fear. God is in control. There's nothing that we can control. God is in control. Just use the common sense that your grandparents did. Stock up on items because prices are going to go up. You never know if you're going to lose your job, which a lot of people have. You don't know if you're going to be sick, which a lot of people have been sick. You don't know how the inflation is going to go. It might get so high that you can't afford to buy it. I heard last night, and if anyone can find the article on this, would you send it to me? Because I like to read things to make sure. That rice was $200 a pound in Cuba, and 10 Tylenol in Cuba was costing $200. Now, I have not seen the article, so I'm not saying it's true or it's not true. I don't know. I just said I heard it. And I know that, South Africa has food lines at the grocery store. They said they were lining up for, I think, 3 miles back. So, I mean, we've had lines here in the past year, so don't forget that. But anyway, I want you to stock up, use common sense, think about other people too when you're stocking. If you can afford to share, share. And as always, please give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and have a good day. Bye-bye.